What if I told you America wasn't built just on freedom, but on rebellion, greed, betrayal, and vision? From colonists fighting an empire to Civil War bloodshed to secret deals and world domination, this is the raw, untold story of the United States. This is how America was really built. Long before skyscrapers or selfies, this land was already thriving. Over 600 Native American tribes stretched across the continent, each with their own culture, laws, and sacred land. Then came the ships. Columbus discovers America. Except he didn't. Millions were already here. But what followed was centuries of colonization. Spain in the south, France up north, and the British on the east coast. Jamestown, Virginia, 1607, the first permanent English colony. Not a peaceful start. It was starving, desperate, and constantly at war with local tribes. Fast forward to the 1700s. 13 British colonies full of tobacco, trade, and taxes. Stamp Act, Tea Act, Quartering Act. Britain wanted their coin. 1773. Americans threw tea into the harbor, not because they hated tea, but taxes. No taxation without representation became the rally cry. And just 3 years later, 1776, the Declaration of Independence, signed by rebels, risking their lives against the strongest empire on earth. The Revolutionary War was bloody, chaotic, and uncertain, but against all odds, the colonies won. Welcome to the United States of America. But the U.S. was born divided. The North was about factories and business. The South, cotton and slavery. By 1860, 4 million enslaved people were the backbone of Southern wealth. Abraham Lincoln, elected in 1860. The South saw a threat to slavery and seceded. 1861-1865, brother versus brother, the deadliest war in American history, over 600,000 dead. In 1865, the Union won. Slavery was abolished, but racism, that stayed. Post-war America exploded. Railroads, factories, and millionaires. The Gilded Age looked shiny, but it was rotten underneath. Kids worked 12-hour shifts. Immigrants were packed into slums. Corruption was everywhere. But with pain came progress. Unions rose. Strikes happened. Women demanded the vote. Slowly, America was changing. Then came 1917, World War I. The U.S. entered late, but ended it fast. The U.S. had arrived on the global stage. The 1920s roared, until the 1930s collapsed. The stock market crashed, millions unemployed, breadlines, despair, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and the New Deal. America built itself back with roads, bridges, and hope. But as it recovered, a greater storm brewed. 1941, Pearl Harbor. America joins World War II. And this time, it's total war. Factories pumped tanks. Women worked in shipyards. Soldiers stormed Normandy. The U.S. and its allies defeated Hitler. The U.S. bombed Hiroshima, Nagasaki. The war ended, but the Cold War began. The 1950s looked perfect, but underneath was fury. Black Americans were still segregated, still oppressed. Rosa Parks sat. Martin Luther King Jr. marched. Malcolm X spoke truth. Would you have marched in 1963? The civil rights movement changed laws and lives. But the fight wasn't over. Meanwhile, space race, computer age, the internet changed everything. America shaped pop culture, tech, and war. Vietnam, Watergate, 9/11, Iraq, highs and lows, triumphs and tragedies. Today, America is divided, politically, economically, culturally, but it's still powerful, founded on freedom, built with blood and fueled by ambition. Whether you love it or criticize it, the U.S. isn't just a country, it's an idea. Comment below. What do you think is the greatest moment in U.S. history? Subscribe for more mind-blowing deep dives.